Tires. Available at all our locations on island. And don't forget 7 Mile Beach.
And now, Radio Cayman presents The Buzz, an insightful and fresh take on a variety of issues that impact the local environment. This is where we address the topics that matter. Here's your host, Kathy Miller.
Good morning and welcome to The Buzz. I am your guest host, Orrett Connor, and we do have guests in the studio. Phone lines will be open as well, so if you want to call in, if you have any questions or comments, our toll-free number 1-800-534-8255, also 949-8037, 949-6990, or WhatsApp number 925-3261. So if you don't want to call in, you can send us questions or comments on our WhatsApp number 925-3261. This first segment of The Buzz is only for a half an hour. So if you're interested in the topic, then you would want to call in between now and 8 o'clock. Of course, we will have one commercial break as well. So what we will be talking about in this segment is the Love and Redemption Film, Music and Arts Festival, which aims to serve the youth and families of the Cayman Islands through a faith-based festival that celebrates arts, film, music, and community, offering a community experience centered on Jesus' love and redemption. So it is my pleasure to have in the studio with me Miss Naomi Johnatty, believer and photographer who works on a Christian ministry effort, the Love and Redemption Festival. Welcome to The Buzz on Radio Cayman, Miss Naomi. And first of all, tell our listening and our viewing audience about yourself.
Thank you. I'm so grateful just to have this opportunity to share with you. My name is Naomi Johnatty, and I've been a believer in Cayman for over 20-something years. It's been wonderful serving Jesus, and a lot of my work mainly is photography, but over the years I've done so much Christian ministry, and I've definitely appreciated being a part of the arts community. And I just believe that God has something new for us, that He loves us, He cares about us. And I think that our youth need something new, and just celebrating His love through a festival that aims to serve youth and families, I just think is so timely. We do need, a different way to engage one another in love and to really connect with one another on a communal level, especially surrounding God's love for us and how faithful He is to us and our needs.
Okay, and will this be the first time that this festival is being held?
Absolutely. I don't believe that we have a Christian festival in Cayman at this scale. If anyone has done it before, I'm not aware. But this truly is a community-based effort. There's no specific brand behind it. There's not a specific denomination. This really is, us coming together as a community to put our gifts together, our hearts together, and really do something that can bless one another, and especially our youth and their families.
Okay, and why choose the Cayman Islands to host this? Why?
Because this is where I'm called. I'm called to Cayman. I've lived here since 1997. This is where I grew up. I became an adult here. I've definitely been through some of the challenges. I am Caymanian by paper, and I just so want to love and honor just the local population. I believe we have so much in terms of the way that we treasure community, the way that we value God's word. There's so many people here who have gifts that we can use in a new way to bless each other and just, really bring something forward for our youth that can really open their eyes, because they're so interested in media. They need our attention. They need our love. They need to see us do something communal that really is focused on what is good for them. And I think as a community, while they get this a lot, maybe from teachers and at home, and maybe, other persons serving them, coming together as a community outside of what they might normally be used to, I think can be really powerful for them.
Okay, now you said you've been here since 1997, so you're familiar with, the Cayman and, some of the things we ask who you for.
Yeah.
And so you told me earlier off air, your parents were teachers here, but tell our audience, your background. And I'm sure that there are those out there who know you, and there are those who will recognize you after you tell them about your parentage and everything.
Well, I moved to Cayman in 1997 from Trinidad. My parents worked for, my mom was always a government teacher, and my dad worked at UCCI, and he was an accountant and a lecturer. And, through the years that I've been here, I always went to the schools where I spent time with Caymanians more than anyone else. I went to George Hicks, John Gray, and then community college. That's what it was in those days. And, my calling to Cayman is one that I'm really grateful for. I got citizenship in one of the most beautiful places in the world. And I just really told God that I really want to serve Cayman. I really want to serve the Caymanian people. I make it my mission to really love and bless those who live here. But yeah, after UCCI, I studied in Toronto for not a short time, for 4 years. But considering how old I am, 4 years is a short time. And my work in Cayman has really not had anything to do with my undergrad degree. It's mainly been Christian ministry, serving people who are in poverty or who are in difficult circumstances otherwise, and also doing photography. I'm a photographer, so that's part of where I fit in with doing this festival. It's just being so focused on ministry and being in the arts.
Okay, so let's talk specifically about the festival. And before we even talk about the theme and the focus of the festival, let's talk about the venue and time, place as well.
So we are just in the beginning stages of putting this together. So this is mainly more of a call for people to come together, for us to dream together, pioneer, see what we can come up with. We're hoping to have a festival on Grand Cayman, Little Cayman, and Cayman Brac. We want to bless all of the islands. We want to make sure we reach all of our youth. And in terms of locations, we are still putting together various options for where this can be, but we are hoping to have just a lot of films. We will possibly need spaces that can, have a lot of screenings, whether that's at the cinema or at one of the hotels. We really do want to make this easy for youth to attend. So we're considering hosting it at schools, or possibly in Georgetown. There's so many options on the table. We have nothing solid yet. But as we continue to build the team and the outline, we're expecting these things to grow. We also want to send out submission requests for persons to create films surrounding stories of love, stories of God's redemption, create art pieces, music. If you are an artist, if you are a Christian artist especially, and you're able to share your talent in this way or testify about how God has loved you and blessed your life, we really want to give these stories a platform and a way for others to experience them also. Thank you.
So there is no specific theme other than it is faith-based, Christian faith-based.
Well, the theme we are looking at initially would be love and redemption.
Okay.
As the festival is named. And, just having that groundwork on where love comes from, who is the source of our love, what does it look like to love one another in community, what does redemption mean? I've been through so many things, living in Cayman, and I don't want I don't want the lessons I've learned to go to waste. I want kids to learn from my mistakes. I want people to know that, the things I've experienced in my life God has been faithful. He's restored me. He's healed me. And I want other people to experience what that redemption can look like for their lives. So there's so much that can be covered under the theme of love and redemption.
Yes.
But we want to draw out these stories from our population. I do believe that, everyone has something they've been through in life, something they've conquered or experienced. And, just relating to one another in that way can be really powerful in reconnecting us.
Okay. We're going to go to a commercial break. For those of you who are just joining us, I want you to know that we're talking about the Love and Redemption Film, Music, and Arts Festival, whose aim is to serve the youth and families of the Cayman Islands through a faith-based festival that celebrates arts, film, music, and community, offering a community experience centered on Jesus' love and redemption. Our guest in the studio is Miss Naomi Johnatty. Am I pronouncing that right?
Yes, Johnatty.
Johnatty, who's a believer and photographer. She works on Christian ministry effort, the Love and Redemption Arts Festival. At the same time, she is a photographer as well. But when you listen to her story, she's done many things, including law, as well. So we're going to take that commercial break. When we return, the conversation will continue with Miss Naomi. Don't change that dial. Please stay tuned. The Buzz will be back shortly. Okay, what we did.
Long, colorful, and rich history. In tribute to our roots, Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands, is pleased to bring you the Historical Vignette Series. Brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects. The Cayman Islands, He hath founded it upon the seas.
Samuel Osbert Bertie Ebanks, Certificate of Honor, JP, 1909 through 1996. Bertie Ebanks, like most of his contemporaries, started his working life as a seaman. Early in his career, he survived the sinking of the Vita Louise, on which he was an engineer. He became the Cayman Islands' first public health officer and sanitary inspector. Among his accomplishments were his insistence on sanitary disposal of household wastes and the immunization of the entire population against diphtheria and polio. With a budget of only £500, he eradicated the Aedes aegypti mosquito, which carries yellow fever, a feat that still baffles experts. Mr. Bertie served in the Assembly of Justices and Vestrymen as an elected member for West Bay from 1934 to 1942 and as a Justice of Peace from 1946 to 1959. He established the 4-H Club, the West Bay Cooperative Fishermen's Society, and the West Bay Reading Society and wrote a book, Cayman Emerges. In 1930, he organized the Bosun Bay Sunday School, which was the forerunner of the Bosun Bay Presbyterian Church. He was awarded the Queen's Certificate and Badge of Honor in 1976 in recognition of services rendered to his country.
Radio Cayman's Historical Vignettes was brought to you by Rotary Central. For more than 110 years, Rotary members have used their passion, energy, and intelligence to take action on sustainable projects.
Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. Positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Tune in every Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. for Radio Cayman's Midday Newscast. Radio Cayman, the people's station, your trusted official source for the latest news. The 12 p.m. news is proudly brought to you by Health City Cayman Islands. World-class healthcare within your reach.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Good morning and welcome back to The Buzz. I am your guest host, Orrett Connor, and in the studio with me for this segment is Miss Naomi Johnatty, a believer of faith-driven arts and a key voice in bringing the Love and Redemption Festival to life here in the Cayman Islands. As you heard earlier, they're in the planning stage at this point in time, so there's still lots of work to be done as well. So I'm sure that you have and are looking to continue to develop partnerships as well. Let's talk about some of those partnerships.
Absolutely. Right now we're building a main festival committee. I'm really grateful for some of the people who've shown interest. We're looking for people with lots of different types of skills: administration, event planning, persons who are good with hospitality, audience experience, fundraising, marketing, people who are good at public speaking. So, just having great community connections that really want to come together and make this happen is one thing. Also having great partnerships with other organizations working for youth. We've had conversations with the National Drug Council. I'm continuing to have conversations with schools, of course, because I volunteer at John Gray. I as well. I'm having conversations there. And, we're really looking for persons who truly have a heart, just for some of the brokenness in our communities and do love Jesus and want to put this together. So sponsorships, connections that really want to see this come to life. Like, we're completely open, and you can find us on social media. You can contact me directly, Naomi. My number is 927-5637. But yeah.
So things like cost and stuff, we wouldn't know at this point in time because all of that is being developed. What you're doing now is laying the groundwork for it. It's in the planning stage, and of course, something as large as what you envisage here, will take a lot of planning as well. You mentioned that you're looking for this to take place over a time period throughout all 3 Cayman Islands as well?
Yeah, absolutely. We want to be able to bless the youth on all of our islands. we realize that it might not be a lot of youth or children at Little Cayman at all, but Little Cayman is still part of our community. And we certainly want everyone to be reached with this encouragement and for them to feel blessed by it. We are also considering whether or not it should take place over the period of 5 days consecutively, 3 days on Grand Cayman, 1 in Little Cayman, 1 in Cayman Brac, or whether or not we should spread it out a bit more. Excuse me, but we are looking at how best to serve the public. And I think, the more partnerships we have, the more we're able to really form a vision that makes sense for the community.
Okay. Now, we know that there are some countries where they make that distinct separation between church and state. Here in the Cayman Islands, the preamble to our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, speaks about our Christian heritage. So, we have reaffirmed our Christian heritage. So there should be no difficulty in terms of you working with government entities, government schools in this process, because you shouldn't have to worry about that concept and the principle of separation of church and state. How important, is that for you to be able to bring people together and to use their expertise as well?
I am so blessed and encouraged and grateful that our government does honor God the way that it does. I think it's absolutely essential that we're able to show youth and children that we are able to come together across all of these organizations and bodies to love them, to humble ourselves to what they need to feel served, heard. The government really does, honor God in ways that, you're right, many governments don't. And that is absolutely essential. I don't know how you help a population grow or help them heal or help them recover or help them have resilience without a firm belief system. And I think Christianity has blessed the world in many ways that we don't see. But maybe if you immersed yourself in a country where Christianity was not present, if you immersed yourself in India, where it's based on a completely different belief system, or on a country based on Islam, you might see the value of Christianity in forming healthy, productive societies. But that is a huge aspect of how we love our children. There is a structure in Christianity in terms of beliefs, how we respond to them, how we honor them. And I think that's so essential for that to come out during this festival.
Okay. So in addition to the entertainment aspect of the festival, how will it also give back to the community?
Well, we want to make sure that there's a platform for young Christian artists and musicians and filmmakers to produce work and to showcase work that has a lot to do with their spiritual and creative growth. We want to ensure that there's a lot of community building factors during the festival. So we want to emphasize, genuine relationships, denominations coming together, persons being able to interact in some of the festival activities in such a way that builds relationships. We definitely want persons to experience their own creative journey and their spiritual journey at the same time. It's not one or the other. And there are so many ways to have activities that help persons to build both, to help kids to discover both, whether it's a activity in that's a workshop, or whether it's, having a discussion or a community project that they work on together. We also want to make sure that we give youth a chance to bond with their own families. So we want to give parents and kids ways that they can have meaningful experiences together in a communal experience. Okay, and of course in the digital age that we are in, what sort of a digital presence will the festival have, as well? There may be some persons who may be unable to physically attend, as well. Well, for right now, we will have to think through these things. We want a number of aspects of the festival to be accessible physically to persons with, whatever type of need they have. We want to ensure that all sectors of the population feel reached. We want the elderly to come out. We want persons to feel served and present with us. So we will look into components of how to get people physically present as much as possible. But yeah, whatever comes up along the way, we are 100% committed to also, making some aspects of the festival available, whether it's online or on YouTube, so that people can view it if needed.
Excellent. So we have about 4 minutes left to go in this segment. I want to give you an opportunity to repeat some contact details if persons are interested. Tell them about the goals of the festival, who can participate, because we know that almost every Christian ministry that is out there, music is, involved. There's so many musicians, and, artists, out there as well. And I'm sure that they would want to reach out to you if you haven't already reached out to them.
Yeah, absolutely. We want to hear from as many people as possible. We really want this to be an opportunity for your gifts and your faith to be on display. You can find us on Facebook. Our Facebook page is Love and Redemption Festival, and on Instagram, and our Facebook handle is the same. It's LR Festival. Pretty simple. So you can follow us there and look for updates and contact us through the page. You can contact me directly. My name is Naomi. My number is 927-5637. And my email address is Naomi, Naomi, at radiantmedia, radiantmedia.ky, radiantmedia.ky.
Okay.
But we look forward to hearing from anyone, however you believe your faith in Jesus can be applied, and whatever there's so much potential here to grow this festival. And it was essential for us to get the word out as much as possible so that we can engage as many people as we can on how you think that you feel led by God to participate and serve. So we definitely want to hear from you.
Okay, and very quickly, you did mention also that you do some street ministries yourself as well, minister to people.
Yeah, there's so many things that divide us in community. Sometimes our feeling uncomfortable, like you see someone going through something and you feel self-conscious going up to them and starting a conversation. But we're all human. We all need love. We all need connection. And my faith, God has blessed me and healed me and delivered me of so many things. It's just so essential for me to have conversations with people, encourage them, let them know that they're loved. They don't need to be ashamed. Poverty has grown in Cayman, homelessness. There are more persons struggling with mental health issues and drug addiction. It's been such a blessing for me to step outside of my comfort zone and let people know God has healed me of certain things, and He has healing for you too, and you don't need to live being afraid or ashamed or without connection.
Excellent. So, folks, as we wrap up, it is quite clear that the Love and Redemption Arts Festival will be more than just an event. It's a movement. Whether you're a believer, an artist, or simply looking for inspiration, this festival is an open invitation to experience creativity through the lens of faith. So you should mark your calendar to be part of this event when future details are provided, and it is expected that Ms. Naomi will be back on the Buzz or on Radio Cayman in some aspect to give you more information about it as well. So a big thank you to our guest, Naomi Johnatty, for sharing about the Love and Redemption Arts Festival. Up next on Radio Cayman will be the news, and we will be back at 8:15 to learn about drone soccer right here in the Cayman Islands. Please stay tuned. The Buzz will be back immediately after the 8 o'clock news.
You're tuned to Radio Cayman right here on the 89.9. The time is now 8 o'clock, and this time signal is brought to you by Foster's.
Hungry? Let's eat. Foster's Bay Market Cafe is now on the Let's Eat app. Blazing Asian, fresh off the wok. Dive into the rich, savory goodness of kimchi fried rice or a bold Thai red curry. Craving noodles? Pad Thai and ginger chow mein bring the perfect balance of flavor and texture. And for the ultimate comfort in a bowl, try our pork ramen. Slow simmered broth, tender pork, and perfectly chewy noodles. Spice, sizzle, and satisfaction in every bite. Let's eat. Foster's. Better flavors because we care.
The voice of the Cayman Islands.
89.9 FM in Grand Cayman and 93.9 FM in Cayman Brac and Little Cayman.
Silver wings shining in the sunlight.
Radio Cayman.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
For today's biggest news.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
With your latest news, I'm Carsley Fuller. Over the last few days, police, with the support of the Air Operations Unit helicopter and the Coast Guard, say they've been responding to reports from the public regarding washed-up bags with what appears to be packages of ganja inside. They're being spotted along the shoreline of the east and southern coasts of Grand Cayman. The police say all packages that have been reported or found during searches have since been recovered and will be destroyed after, quote, forensic examination. Cayman Water is looking to upgrade its West Bay desal plant.
So it can generate an additional 1 million gallons per day by this summer. And we're also planning to construct additional water storage tanks over the next 2 years. And this is all being driven by the growth we've experienced post-COVID on the island.
Cayman Water operates 3 seawater reverse desalination plants that produce 4 million gallons of potable water per day for local service areas. Consolidated Water CEO Rick McTaggart says looking ahead, the utility is confident in its ability to, quote, deliver steady long-term growth in revenue and profit for shareholders. As previously reported on Radio Cayman, Consolidated Water's subsidiary Kalaloa Desalco recently got a thumbs up from the Honolulu Board of Water Supply for its $204 million project to design, construct, operate, and maintain a 1.7 million gallon per day seawater desal plant in Hawaii. The National Gallery was bursting at the seams for Wednesday night's launch of Cayman Art Week.
We are launching the 5th Cayman Art Week, and we are just about to kick off a week-long program of 50-plus art events, 40 participating art venues, and that includes galleries, open studios, pop-up exhibitions, and special art happenings in maybe even your local coffee shop. So all over the island, and Cayman Brac and Little Cayman as well.
Natalie Urquhart is the director at the gallery and one of the founders of Cayman Art Week, which started 5 years ago as a way to build interest in sales in local art post-COVID. You can find the schedules and details of local bus tours at CaymanArtWeek.com. And Cayman puts the spotlight on its youngest students, showcasing their talents and helping to boost their self-esteem. CIGTV's Lavita Thompson has more with Early Childhood Care and Education Unit Leader Antoinette Cowan.
The Cayman Islands celebrated its youngest stars last week as the Early Childhood Care and Education Unit hosted its annual Spring Extravaganza. The event, in its 4th year, provided a platform for children from birth to age 5 to showcase their creativity through music, dance, drama, and visual arts.
Was an amazing experience. It's the first of its kind. We've had extravaganzas before, but this year we had the classroom catwalk segment. We had a display where we could see the hard work that teachers are putting in to ensure that the children are exposed to the world around them. And of course, that segment that they showcase their gifts and talents through music, dance, drama. It was amazing. It was colorful. It was vibrant. And we had a lot of support. It shows that a village indeed raised children.
Launched in 2021, the extravaganza gave these young performers their own stage as they're not yet eligible for the National Children's Festival of the Arts.
Now with a check of international news, here's the BBC, which takes us out of the newscast. I'm Carsley Fuller.
BBC News with Govinda Gill. Israel's foreign minister has said there is a direct line connecting anti-Semitic and anti-Israeli incitement to the killing of 2 Israeli embassy staff members in Washington. The 2 were shot dead at a Jewish museum. Police have detained a suspect who shouted "Free Palestine" after his arrest. The US House of Representatives has passed a wide-ranging bill backed by President Trump, which includes big tax cuts as well as spending funded by increased debt. The legislation still needs Senate approval. The German Chancellor has accused Russia of aggressive revolutionism, saying it threatened the entire Euro-Atlantic sphere. Friedrich Merz spoke during a visit to Lithuania to inaugurate Germany's 1st Brigade, seized unit to be based abroad since the Second World War. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has reiterated that Pakistan will not receive water from rivers it controls. India suspended a water-sharing treaty after last month's deadly militant attack in Indian-administered Kashmir. Several more trucks carrying mainly flour entered the Gaza Strip after Israel's 11-week blockade. The World Food Programme says some of the aid taken in on Wednesday has now reached their warehouses. French police have arrested 55 men suspected of involvement in a paedophile network. BBC News.
The 8 a.m. news is brought to you by ValueMed Pharmacy. Save time and order your prescription refills online at value-medpharmacy.com. VALU-medpharmacy.com.
Shaken yet standing firm. This is Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands.
Now, more than ever, supporting your immune system is crucial to helping your body fight off illnesses like the common cold, the flu, and COVID-19. At ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road and in Boddentown, we carry all the essential vitamins and minerals to help support your immune system and improve your overall health. Some of our top immunity support picks are vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, elderberry, and quercetin are the popular 7-in-1 immunity support. Our pharmacists are always on hand to help guide you and answer any questions. Visit ValueMed Pharmacy on Walkers Road or Boddentown. Live happy, live healthy with ValueMed Pharmacy.
Stay in touch with Radio Cayman with the latest up-to-date, accurate news and information. For your convenience, the headline news will be repeated on our sister station, Breeze 105.3 FM, weekdays at 8:30 a.m. Follow Radio Cayman on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or download the Radio Cayman app in the App Store or log on to www.radiocayman.gov.ky and stay connected to what's happening in the community. Radio Cayman, your voice, your choice, your radio.
The Economics and Statistics Office is currently conducting the annual business surveys until June 13th. The surveys collect information to answer questions like, how did the economy perform in 2024? In 2024, how much did foreign companies invest in the Cayman Islands? The surveys include all relevant entities that produce goods and services in the Cayman Islands. The surveys are confidential under the Statistics Act and are exempt from the Freedom of Information Act. Your response matters. Do your part. Fill out and return your survey forms to the ESO. Remember, better data, better decisions, better business. For assistance in filling out the forms or for more information, visit eso.ky or call 244-4676 or 244-4600.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by
CG Britcade, where people come first.
For staying with us right here on Radio Cayman 89.9. It is now time for another weather update. The temperature right about now is 83 degrees with relative humidity 87%. Barometric pressure is 29.93 and rising, and winds are east-northeast at 7 knots. The synopsis for today is calling for continued light winds and seas are expected across the Cayman area over the next few days in association with a weak pressure gradient over the Northwest Caribbean. Radar imagery is showing a few showers within the Cayman area moving towards the northwest. For today, you can expect partly sunny skies with a 30% chance of showers. And temperatures are expected to rise to the low 90s with a heat index near 103 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, it's getting hot. Winds will be east to southeast at 5 to 10 knots, and the seas will be slight with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. Tonight, you can expect mainly clear skies with a 20% chance of early morning showers. Temperatures are expected to fall to the low 80s, and winds will be east to southeast at 5 to 10 knots. Seas will be slight with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. Going over to the tides right about now, today you can expect a low at 12:06 p.m. and a high at 6:40 p.m. Tomorrow, expect a low at 12:43 a.m. with a high at 6:05 a.m., a low at 12:47 p.m. and a high again at 7:29 p.m. Sunset is expected today at 6:55. And the sun will be out tomorrow at 5:49. And the outlook is similar through to Sunday morning. That's it for your weather update. Stay tuned right here on Radio Cayman 89.9.
Mommy, why can't dogs talk? Why do I have to go to school and you don't? Why do you sing in the morning when you're bad at it? Why don't you brush your teeth when you take me to school? Why doesn't it ever snow here? Why does Daddy take the bus to work? Why are trees so tall? Why don't you tell me where babies come from? Mommy, Mommy, Mommy!
We're like a kid that doesn't ask a million questions before noon. CG Britke. Good like that.
The 8 a.m. weather update brought to you by
CG Britke, where people come first.
Radio Cayman Super Jam Show, the #1 drive time entertainment show on your radio.
Brought to you by these kind sponsors.
The Cayman Islands Football Association, CIFA, building a better future for Cayman football.
Cayman Insurance Center.
Don't take chances with your family's future or your valuable assets. Call me today, Michael Webster, at 925-5433.
UWI Open Campus, on-site, online, and on demand.
Visit open.uwi.edu. Call them today at 946-8322.
Super Jam.
Also brought to you by Cayman Airways. Call them at 949-2311 to book your non-stop flights to Los Angeles and Panama.
Superior Auto Center. Do it right the first time with Superior Auto.
949-9570 or 525-9571. Superior Auto. They keep your car in tune.
And Coca-Cola, available across the Cayman Islands from Tortuga wholesalers. Accept no substitutes. Taste the feeling with Coca-Cola.
An Ocean Deep Mobile Massage, your go-to for high-quality massage and spa services. WhatsApp 924-4159 or email oceandeepmassage21@gmail.com.
The #1 drive time entertainment show on your radio.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
It is now time for your traffic reports right here on Radio Cayman. A very good morning to you. Expect moderate traffic further up on Shamrock Road and on the Linford-Pearson Highway. The traffic is moderate. There's slow-moving traffic on Crew Road, Bobby Thompson Way, and Huldah Avenue is about steady. Motorists coming from the West Bay 4 stop, you can expect to experience light to moderate traffic flow. And on the West Bay Road in the vicinity of the Ritz, traffic is moving moderately. Expect a steady flow, but well, the traffic on Bobby Thompson Way is steady, but it's flowing. And on Huldah Avenue, Crew Road, and Elgin Avenue, you can expect just about the same. On Edward Street in downtown Georgetown and Shedden Road, the traffic is moving along pretty good with no major problems, so you should get to work on time if you are close to work. Heading towards or coming from the airport, it should be smooth traffic as well on the Owen Roberts Drive. Yes, it's light in both directions. Meanwhile, going over to Godfrey Nixon Way and Eastern Avenue on North Sound Road, the traffic is moving moderate in both directions. And on the Easterly Tibbetts Highway, if you're coming off, you can expect steady traffic. That's your traffic report right here on Radio Cayman. You can join us at 12:15 for another report.
Hungry? Need Subway any time of the day?
Yeah.
We've got you covered. Subway at Anderson Square, Centennial Towers, and Countryside Shopping Village is open 24/7, serving up fresh, delicious subs anytime you need them. And for your weekend cravings, West Shore Center is also open 24 hours on Friday nights and until 1 a.m. on Saturdays, because it's never too late for a great meal. Skip the line and order ahead with the Subway Cayman Islands app, or get your favorites delivered straight to your door with Bento and Let's Eat. Fresh, fast, and always here when you need us. Subway, eat fresh.
The traffic report is brought to you by Subway. Enjoy a delicious start to your day with breakfast from Subway.
Cayman Art Week is back from Tuesday the 20th to Sunday the 25th of May. It's a fun-filled program of art events, pop-up exhibitions, open studios, and late opening hours at galleries and venues across all 3 Cayman Islands. Visit at your own pace or join one of our district bus tours with a new route added this year in Cayman Brac. All events are free and open to the public with art on sale for every budget. For all the latest, visit CaymanArtWeek.com.
This is how we wake you up in the morning. Praise time on Radio Cayman. Praise time.
Jesus in the morning. I will. So send me, Lord, I will go. Born again. Thank God I'm born again.
Weekday mornings from 6 until 6:30.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
On a daily basis, making it easy to connect with you, our listeners. Add us to WhatsApp today, 925-3261. That's 925-3261.
Radio Cayman.
Send a text or voice note.
Message us at 925-3261 on WhatsApp today and get active with Radio Cayman.
Radio Cayman, the voice of the Cayman Islands.
Radio Cayman, maintaining the innovation.
Giving you this local selection from Lammy. This one is called a Vispa. Stay tuned right here on Radio Cayman. We have The Buzz, which will come up in just a few minutes.
is Kachanka, and my name is Bambo Ben. My name is Kazuka. He was a Chichalin, a crossing river, a crossing road, a fetching heavy banana load, a driving steamer, a flying plane, a planting cocoa, a planting cane, a building bridge, a making movies, a making kids.
I'm so proud to be. Yes, this is our home. Oh, the beautiful Cayman Islands, where he has founded upon the seas, written in the stone. So, yeah, come with me to the beach. Let me show you the fishermen by the shore.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
I'm so proud to be. Yes, this is our home. Oh, the beautiful Cayman Islands, where he has founded upon the seas, written in the stone. Show you the fishermen by the shores, turtling by the sea. Yeah, that is my ancestry.
I'm Michael Webster.
And I'm Denise Brown of Cayman Insurance Center.
Family is not the most important thing, it's everything.
We have worked with the community and their families on protecting themselves for the future.
Whether it's providing top-rated life insurance
or protecting your family's household investment.
From our family to yours, we understand and we care.
I'm Denise Brown. Call me at 814-7229.
And I'm Michael Webster at 925-5433.
We are Cayman Insurance Center,
specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services at an affordable rate. We are Michael and
Denise at Cayman Insurance Center.
Call today.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
Can you tell me what does a turtle do on his birthday? He celebrates.
Celebrate your loved one's special birthday with a birthday shout-out live on For the Record with Mr. Orrett Connor, only on Radio Cayman. WhatsApp your loved one's name to 925-3261. That's 925-3261. Radio Cayman's birthday shout-outs live on For the Record with Mr. Orrett Connor every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Brought to you by Coca-Cola. Available across the Cayman Islands. From Tortuga Wholesalers. Accept no substitutes. Taste the feeling with Coca-Cola. And by Yum. Daily school menus are available. YumCayman.ky.
Yes, my brothers and sisters. As we take a look at international affairs, we can see that your time is drawing nigh. We seem to shed a lot of tears for all of those who have suffered and died for freedom and equality. So we'd like to say these few words. Hey, we got to have love now, cause it's understanding. We got to have love now, cause it's unity. We got to have love now, cause it's understanding each other as we be. We got to have love now, cause it's understanding. We got to have love now, cause it's unity. But we got to have love now, cause it's understanding each other as we be.
It is 8:33 right here on Radio Cayman. I know you're still listening out for the buzz, but our second guest is stuck in a little bit of traffic. We're going to be talking about drones, so I think we need to send a drone to go and find him, right? But in the meantime, giving you some local music. This one is Got to Have Love from Mr. Notch.
To set us free nowadays, and we're looking, oh yeah, for love. Love is the answer, but we've got to have love. Love is the answer. We've got to have love. Just say love in the morning,
I work at Delaware Super Service. We specialize in service all the way. But there's only one thing that really bugs me, is this Englishman that comes here every day. He says, give me 50 cents worth of regular. Check my oil too if you don't mind. Put some air in my tires, won't you, mister? I must hurry, it's almost secret conference time. Now at Delaware Super Service, we have fun now. Drink 30, 40 greenies every day. And just about the time you're all relaxing, up drives this crazy man from West Bay. He says, give me 50 cents worth of regular. Check my oil too if you don't mind.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Good morning and welcome back to The Buzz. While we await the arrival of our next guests in the studio to talk about drone soccer, we're going to open up the phone lines in the event that you have something that you want to talk about. Our toll-free number, let me remind you, 1-800-534-8255. You can also call us on 949-8037. 949-6990 or WhatsApp number 925-3261. Let's see in the meantime what we can share with you. I could talk about a little bit about drone soccer, but I don't want to take anything away from our guests who will be in the studio. So I will fill you in about Cabinet's first meeting, the Cabinet of the Cayman Islands. And when I say Cabinet, I mean the Cabinet of the Government of the Cayman Islands. Tell you a little joke. When I was in the Immigration Department, Chief Immigration Officer, and it was announced that I would be moving into the cabinet office and becoming the first cabinet secretary. A friend of mine said someone came into his store and said, would you believe it? OC is leaving that nice job that he has over at immigration, being in charge of immigration, to make cabinets. So that was the joke. The person said, I'm leaving that good job in the government to go and make cabinets as a cabinet secretary. So yesterday, the CIG released photos and a caption, Her Excellency Governor Jane Owen welcoming Premier Honorable Andre Ebanks and his ministers to the first meeting of the new cabinet today, Wednesday, the 21st of May, 2025. Also in attendance were ex officio members, Deputy Governor Honorable France Manderson, and Attorney General Honorable Samuel Bulgian, as well as Cabinet Secretary Samuel Rose and Clerk of Cabinet Ms. Kim Bullens. They were the Premier and his ministers were fully engaged with teams in the ministries and departments since assuming duties earlier this month. And there's a little sus going around, but I'm not going to mention it, but a little sus going around about the size of the civil service. Not sure whether or not there's any credibility to it, but just saying, sus. We do have a caller on our WhatsApp number. Let's go to the caller. Caller, good morning. Welcome to The Buzz.
Good morning, Mr. Orrett. How are you?
Good morning. I'm fine. How are you?
I am good. Still eating the bottlers. I'm good.
Yes. When I was in the BRAC last, you had already planned to be off island, so we missed you.
Yeah. I had my little break over in Little Cayman. I felt like a king over there, so that's where I would come. Yeah, man, it's good. It's good to hear you again. I called in yesterday with quickly before your guests come in. I called in yesterday on Mr. Glidden's show. I meant I'd call you in the morning, but I got caught up and I was a little busy. But anyway, I would just call in regarding this thing with the passing of the district commissioner.
Oh yes.
Here on the BRAC. Yeah, I watched your show online when you were there with the governor, and both of you did speak on that and gave on the best regards and everything to him, his family too. But I spoke to Mr. Glidden yesterday while on his show, and I was trying to explain to him, and I was distorted by the fact of knowing OC that we have a system here in the BRAC in Little Cayman that is governed under the district commissioner, which is the highest post between these two islands. We understand the fact of these things has to be, from what I understand, passed through legislation or whatever. In respects to if a district commissioner was to pass, it would have to be something that they agree with. But what I am saying is, it looks so disrespectful to know that that man passed and not even to the district commissioner office, the district admin building flew their flag half-mast in respect to the falling of this Mr. Ernest Scott.
Wow.
And to me, it's such a disgrace to know that our own people are leaving this world in the position that they were holding positions in government, and they can't be recognized. This was what I was trying to explain yesterday. It's an utmost disrespect to the people. And like I said, the highest position you can hold in Cayman BRAC is a district commissioner position. That is the highest position. And not even to that you can give respect to. That has to go to Parliament for them to agree to have
I don't believe so. I believe that that's a decision that can be made by the government. I'm not sure whether or not it's the governor or the premier, but we have seen instances where someone has passed and the government announced that the flags will be flown at half-mast or half-staff for a particular period of time as well. And, and while we may have something which is called an order of precedence, I don't think that the order of precedence dictates when and for whom the flags should be flown at half-mast. It's a decision that can be made right then and there.
That's what I was saying, and it looks so disrespectful to know that these things happen, and it's no regards to our own people, our own Cayman people. See, but when foreigners come here and hold a position high in government and they pass away, then you see a flag flying half-staff for them. It doesn't make sense to me. Why do the government overlook our own people that are in these positions and give the rights to foreign nationals that have no regards and no meaning to our island?
Yeah, it's a symbol. It's a symbol of respect. It's a symbol of respect and also recognition of the service that person has given to his country.
That's right, OC. That's right. That's what I'm getting at. And it hurt me to know. It hurt me to know that being close to him and not seeing that they give the respect to this man. I mean that anyway, OC.
I'll inquire more. I'll inquire more about it. And tomorrow morning, on For the Record, I'll have something to tell you about that as well. Of course, we will have Mr. Arden McLean in the studio with us tomorrow morning also. Thank you very much, caller, for that. Our guests have arrived, and we also have to go to commercial break, but very, very observant of you as well. And hopefully it will happen that an announcement will be made that the flags will be flown at half-mast, at least, if not in Grand Cayman, then in the BRAC for him as well. Folks, please stay tuned. The Buzz will be back shortly.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
The Lions Club of Grand Cayman is proud to continue to serve our island community. During the last Lionistic year, they successfully carried out community projects like the Prostate and Colon Cancer Awareness Campaign, site screenings, spelling bees, swim meets, and their community food pantry. The Lions Club of Grand Cayman looks forward to continuing their service during the 2024-2025 Lionistic year and for many more years to come. The Lions Club of Grand Cayman, where there's a need, there's a lion, serving the community for over 50 years.
Tune in every Monday through Friday at 12 p.m. for Radio Cayman's Midday Newscast. Radio Cayman, the people's station, your trusted official source for the latest news. The 12 p.m. news is proudly brought to you by Health City Cayman Islands. World-class healthcare within your reach.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Good morning and welcome to the Buzz. I am your guest host, Orrett Connor, and in this segment of the show, we will be having an engaging discussion with fascinating guests, two fascinating guests. One is in the studio, one still on his way. So today we have the word diving here, but I'm going to change that. Today we will be flying into a thrilling new sport hitting the Cayman Islands, which is drone soccer. Our guest is Mr. Dervan McKellop, and we expect to have Mr. Hilson Goldburn in the studio. Mr. Goldburn, he's the Vice President of Cayman Drone Soccer, and Mr. McKellop, he is a licensed commercial drone pilot and the visionary behind bringing this high-tech game to our shores. We'll explore how drone soccer works, the impact it could have on education and tourism, and the excitement building ahead of the official launch, which will take place next month. So let's get right into it. So, Mr. McKellop, can you give us a brief introduction to drone soccer for those who are unfamiliar with this, not only the sport, but unfamiliar with drones in general?
All right.
And good morning. Welcome to the Buzz.
Good morning. Thanks so much for having me. It's a pleasure being here again to share, something new that's happening. Each time we share with the Buzz.
Mm-hmm.
But just jump right into it. So drone soccer is we classify it as a new esport, but just to break down drone soccer a little bit, to simplify it to the listeners, and probably who are watching online, drone soccer is, we put drone soccer as the concept. I'm not sure any of the listeners who have grew up in the era of Harry Potter. If you watch Harry Potter, there is that one little game in Harry Potter that is called Quidditch. And that's what drone soccer, that fictional game, that's what drone soccer is actually built off. So,
yes. As a matter of fact, when I Googled it, I saw something futuristic sport drone soccer likened to robotic Quidditch.
Yes. So you're right on point there. But in the formal game of drone soccer, per se, it's an ICT sport, and when I break it down, it's an information communication technology sport. We blend that with traditional sport, which is traditional soccer, and how the game is played. It's played in what is called a netted arena. And the drones are what is called enclosed in a cage. So that's why it's called soccer, because the drone actually shaped like a ball, as you can see in studio. And then from the perspective of gameplay and how the game is officiated, it's actually played just as real football. So you have things like a referee, you have rules that governs the sport, as well as also rules that governs the use of the types of drone balls that you can actually use in the sport.
Okay, and there are actually federations as well that have when I did a little bit of quick research on it, I saw where you have U.S. drone soccer, you have FIA drone soccer, open international events. Then you have a Federation of International Drone Soccer Association, FIDA, as well.
All right, so very good that you're actually, it shows that you have done some amount of digging, but that's correct. So currently, there are several different types of drone soccer associations or programs worldwide. However, the one that is actually spread across the 5 continents of the world is the one is FIDA, and that's what Cayman is a part of. So FIDA you could reference FIDA as the FIFA of how you refer to football. FIDA is the governing body that governs the International Association of Drone Soccer. So currently, in terms of member countries under FIDA, you have over 20 countries plus that are member countries under FIDA. And then Cayman, as well as also our extension arm, Jamaica Drone Soccer, is also a member of that arm. Because we are also, so you could put it this way. The company behind Cayman Drone Soccer, which is Drift Enterprise Limited, and then our UAV services arm, which is Drift Enterprise UAV Services, is a company that's bringing drone soccer not just to the Cayman Islands, not just to Jamaica, but to the Northern Caribbean Hemisphere.
Okay.
So we are pretty much the point company, as well as the experts in the area of drone soccer on this side of the hemisphere, pushing the game, but also not only the game, but also the educational aspect of it, because there's 2 folds to drones. When we're looking at drone soccer.
Now we see, for instance, flag football is becoming an Olympic sport. Will drone soccer, do you foresee it eventually becoming an Olympic sport?
Eventually, yeah, we foresee it becoming an Olympic sport, yep.
Okay, so let's talk about your inspiration, in drone soccer, and what inspired you to bring it to the Cayman Islands, and when and where will it be launched?
All right, so my inspiration is twofold. Originally, I'm a tech guy, so I'd spent over 17 and a half years working in the tech industry, so I have a strong IT background.
Okay.
However, I've been flying drones for over 10 years. As a recreational pilot, and then transition from a recreational pilot to a commercial pilot, and then also putting all of the skills that I would have learned within my years in IT, as well as also my skills, developing that to, the formation of a commercial drone services company. But the reason for, the inspiration bringing drone soccer to the Cayman Islands was I realized that, we excel in the Cayman Islands in other sports, in swimming, in football, in cricket. And so looking at the ecosystem and where we're heading in terms of the 4th Industrial Revolution, as well as educationally and also sport-wise, it was very fitting in terms of bringing it home to the Cayman Islands for more than one reason. For the aspect of when you look at workforce integration, I could tell you every industry today that uses drones some way or another. When you look at the way we're going in terms of educationally, you're seeing more and more, Caribbean countries, first world countries are pushing STEM and STEAM. And so that full embodiment of, connecting sports, connecting workforce, connecting education to a game, and not just to a game, but also to the wider society, was the inspiration into bringing drone soccer, to the Cayman Islands.
So, and what are the basic rules of the game? I think you touched on it earlier, but can you talk a little bit more about the basic rules?
Sure. So the basic rules of the game, so you have the same way you have things like penalties and fouls in on the field. Football, you have penalties and fouls in soccer in the air. You also have where you have third and fourth officials who, ref the game. And just like, again, referencing regular football on the field, the referee has the final say in the game. So when it comes to the score, the referee has the final say. If you haven't disputed the score during the game, when the game ends and the score is declared, the referee has the final say. In terms of the gameplay, you have 5 positions in drone soccer.
Okay.
And the game is played in 2 classes. So you have what is called a class 20, which is a 20 centimeter ball in diameter. And you have a class 40, which is a larger ball, which is
and both of those are displayed here?
And both of those are displayed here.
Okay.
And then when it comes on to the positioning now, you have 5 key positions that all the 5 players uses in the game. So you have what is called from the line of defense, you have what is the keeper, which blocks. Then you have another role that is called a libero, which that person is assigned as the front defender. And then you have a sweeper, which is the rear defender. Then you have a striker and a guide. So those are the 5 key positions in the drone soccer game.
Are you allowed to substitute also?
Very much so. You are allowed to substitute. So just think about pretty much all the rules that are played in soccer on the field are played also are applied to soccer in the air. We also have a formal book guideline with the rules that governs the sport and the game. So for the National Association, we'll have the Cayman guideline, but we also have the international guideline book that is made to that anyone who is interested in the game or wants to become a referee or wants to become a coach or just interest in general has to abide by this book here.
Okay. One more question before we go to our headline news at 9 o'clock. Do all drones have to be equal in a specific game?
Yes, that's very correct. So when it comes on to standardization, we ensure that all players are using the same drone ball in terms of weight, class, and performance, because you don't want it to be a case where when it comes on to regular football, you may have a stronger player who can, body somebody.
Yes.
But in the sport of in the game of drone soccer, all the balls has to be the same build, type, and weight and class.
Okay, folks, the voice that you're hearing there is the voice of Mr. Dervan McKellop, who's a licensed commercial drone pilot and a visionary bringing drone soccer to the shores of the Cayman Islands. We're going to go to our headline news at 9 o'clock. When we return, the conversation with Mr. McKellop will
Since
continue.
1970.
Run, Cayman. Go, Cayman. Cayman right. One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
Radio Cayman in the Cayman Islands. From Radio Cayman's newsroom, this is Headlines. Local, regional, international news.
The headline news is brought to you by Kirk Market and Health Services Authority.
Island Energy has scheduled a planned outage today in Cayman Brac, the area's Bluff West, the Ag Grounds to Pollock Drive. It's taking place this morning from 9 a.m. until noon. 2 Israeli embassy staff have been shot dead leaving an event at the Capitol Jewish Museum in Washington, D.C. Israel's embassy in the U.S. says Saralyn Milgren and Yaron Lashinsky were a couple and, quote, in the prime of their lives before they were killed. The suspect has been detained and identified by police as 30-year-old Elias Rodriguez from Chicago. Police say he shouted, quote, "Free Palestine" after being taken into custody, and officers will look into ties to potential terrorism. U.S. President Trump says, quote, "The attack was so sad and based, quote, obviously on anti-Semitism." Benjamin Netanyahu says increased security will be seen at Israeli embassies worldwide, while the foreign minister said the shooting was a, quote, "direct result of toxic anti-Semitic incitement against Israel and Jews around the world." Those are your headlines. I'm Karsley Fuller.
More news available at www.radiocayman.gov.ky. Check out our social media pages: Facebook, YouTube, X, formerly Twitter, Radio Cayman Headline News.
Do you have a healthcare question but not sure who to ask? Contact HSA's Patient Call Center to speak to one of our experienced clinical team members. We are here to answer your questions and help guide you through your healthcare journey. Need to make an appointment? Our team can help. Contact HSA at 949-8600 or email info@hsa.ky. At HSA, we are committed to caring for you.
Looking for fresh, healthy food that's full of flavor? Then you've got to visit Kirk Market. Our dishes are made with fresh, high-quality ingredients. Enjoy vibrant mixed greens or satisfying pasta salads. Or try one of our delicious grill options like blackened chicken, spicy beef steak, or grilled salmon. Looking for something light and flavorful? We've got sushi rolls and poke bowls prepared daily. And don't forget to explore a hot bar or Billy Fresh salad at the salad bar. Stop by Kirk Market today for breakfast, lunch, or dinner and taste the difference. Eat well, live well with Kirk Market.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Good morning and welcome back to The Buzz. I'm your guest host, Orrett Connor, and we're talking about very, very engaging subject with our guest this morning, drone soccer. That conversation is taking place with Mr. Dervan McKellop, who is a licensed commercial drone pilot and visionary behind bringing this high-tech game to the shores of the Cayman Islands. Also in the studio with us, Mr. Hilson Goldburn, who is the Vice President of Cayman Drone Soccer. So we're going to say good morning and welcome to Mr. Goldburn as well. Before he answers, I just want to say if you have any questions or comments or anything that you want to contribute to this discussion about drone soccer in the Cayman Islands, you can call us on the show live. Our toll-free number provided courtesy of Flow is 1-800-534-8255. You can also call us on 949-8037, 949-6990. WhatsApp number 925-3261. Mr. Goldburn, good morning. Welcome to The Buzz.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
That drone found you this morning eventually, right?
Yes, so.
Found you in the traffic. We identified you. Tell us about your involvement, with drones and drone soccer, sir.
Well, yeah, from the inception of Dervan starting using drones, he has been trying to get me on board with him. So it took some time, but eventually last year I decided that I will join with him and also help him to get stuff organized so he could move forward with his dream of having these technologies here in the Cayman Islands and other islands in the Caribbean. So yeah, it was all up to him. Yeah, it was his ideas, all this, and it was, he realized that I'm a person that can help him drive his these technologies, so yeah.
Okay, so tell us about your background and your expertise. You know how Caymanians are the one know who you are, what you're all about.
Okay, all right. So I'm Jamaican. Yeah, started out as an accountant, then switched to audit, then to IT.
Oh wow!
So yeah, I'm IT professional, trained programmer, do networking, system admin stuff, and all those. So yeah, so my background is in accounting and IT.
Okay, so we were talking about drones, and I think the last thing we talk about are all during the competition, whether or not all drones have to be
equal.
Equal. But then in soccer, not all players are equal. They're all human beings, and beyond that, it depends on how well you train. Your physique and all of those things as well. Why not bring that into play as well, so that the person who can develop the
strategy,
best performing drone,
all right. So very interesting point that you made. The same way you would find that an individual would go to training and train for soccer and go to the gym. It's the same way drone soccer players have to practice to fine tune their skills, but not only to fine tune their skills, but also to fine tune their strategy for the game, because it's a game. Think of drone soccer as not just a sport for the able, but also think of drone soccer as a sport for a person who might be in a wheelchair. So when anyone out there listening think about drone soccer, think about it as a game for every ability. Not just for every ability, but also a game that is cross-generational. When I say cross-generational here, I mean that a drone soccer team can have a student that is 10 years old and someone, an elderly person that is as old as 65 years old playing on the playing on the team. That's how cross-generational the game is, and it opens the room for more integration with young and older folks. That's how powerful drone soccer is.
And I would imagine that one of the beauties of this is because it is going to be in a controlled environment, you don't have to worry about all of the restrictions, aviation restrictions and stuff like that are normally placed on drones.
Exactly.
Can you speak to that?
Exactly. So speaking to that point that you raised, because of the fact that the game, the drones are enclosed in an arena, you could go anywhere and play the game. You could go close to an airport in the netted arena, play the game. You could play it close to a hospital where there are restrictions. So the game has no restrictions once it's played within the boundaries and the guidelines of the game. And just to even segue a little bit more in terms of outside of the restrictions, when we talk about our Drones in School program, which we have been running for over 4 years in 4 countries.
Okay.
Jamaica, the United States, the British Virgin Islands, and the Cayman Islands, where drone soccer has been running. Our Drones in School program have been running. And through Drones in School, we are using that also to integrate drone soccer, because we want not just students or folks to just think about, as I said before, it's not just about fun, it's also about the learning concepts of it. So when we integrate drones into the classroom, we turn the classroom into an innovation or a learning hub, transforming theoretical concepts into practical hands-on knowledge.
Yes.
So some examples that I've always given is, when you think about mathematics, you teach students about angles, you teach them about distance measurement, distance measuring. But when you put it in a practical way using a drone, and mind you, might I say, a drone is one of those new emerging technologies that can be applied across any subject in a classroom, whether you're in elementary, high school, college, or university. So think about mathematics. I can use a drone to teach a child or a student about angles, because each time the drone makes a turn, that's an angle.
Yes.
If you're talking about mathematics, when you talk about worded problems or even looking at worded problems, say I give you an equation or a solution to do distance calculation, I could say calculate how fast I get from point A to point B, and using the drone, I can code the drone to fly from point A to point B and measure the time that it takes to get there. That's just a few of the concepts. I could tell you.
So it puts the fun into learning.
Exactly. So overall, what we're seeking to do is to introduce a sport, but to also not only just a sport, but to also integrate, learning with it. And so we have been having conversations with Ministry of Education in the region as far as the British Virgin Islands. We're having conversations out in Jamaica with educational institutions, as well as we've over the years been participating in schools, science fair, in career fairs here in the Cayman Islands. That's where the groundwork start, because we have to start from a foundation to build the sport, but also to build it that, teachers understand, school administrators understand, the ministries understand that these technologies are, not going away. They're coming.
Yes, they're evolving.
They're evolving, yeah.
So how can we make it attractive and also affordable to those students, those kids, whether it's in the school or whether or not it's just playing drone soccer, for those who are less, are more disadvantaged than others in terms of affordability? What are we looking at in terms of the cost of a drone, or the cost to be involved in?
All right, so the cost to be involved in the sport right now. So there is one major association, but what we're looking to do, and our plan is to have drone soccer clubs in the schools, and working with each individual school or through the ministry. Our plan is to ensure that, one, there is the equipment that is available through our supply chain, as well as the equipment also that we have will be able to help those who don't have access to it. We're also looking at various methods in terms of sponsorship and scholarships, where students are sponsored by either an individual or corporate or government entity to be a part of drone soccer. Because at the end of the day, what we at DRIFT have been doing and working towards is to really show that from the workforce perspective, don't underestimate the fact that you could be a drone pilot and be successful. You could do something that is non-traditional. You could be a visual observer on a drone team and be successful. So let's not think about the traditional careers only. Think about the fact that drone is a career. It might not necessarily be popular in the Cayman Islands, but when you go to places like Canada, the US, Europe, all over the world, being a drone pilot is a very good opportunity to not just only use drones, but to also impact a nation with drone technology.
Yes. So we want to bring Mr. Goldburn into the conversation as well. We didn't wait for him this long for him to just sit in the studio with us. So we want him to chime in. What we're going to do is we're going to go to a commercial break first, and then when we return, the conversation will continue with Mr. McKellop and Mr. Goldburn about drone soccer here in the Cayman Islands. Please stay tuned. The Buzz will be back shortly.
Since 1993, Rotary Central has worked diligently each year to provide quality bus shelters to our community. A traveling convenience to our school children, the elderly, young people going to work, guest workers, and visitors using the public bus. We, Rotary Central, help you, our advertisers, make it happen. Your marketing dollar travels a far way. Positioning your message, your product, your services, your presence in over 83 bus shelters. Every dollar you spend, every advert you place helps to build another bus shelter, providing modest comfort for Cayman travelers. Reserve space now on the only billboard medium in the Cayman Islands. Email rotaryshelters@gmail.com. rotaryshelters@gmail.com. The Bus Shelters, a partner in community convenience. Another inspiration program by Rotary Central Cayman Islands.
We were on the edge of a breakthrough. I knew the substance was extraterrestrial, but I didn't realize.
Aunt Angie, what does this have to do with managing my insurance?
Well, long story long, the entire lab exploded, and the radioactive sludge went everywhere. I ended up in the hospital for a few weeks, but I was able to manage everything with the CG Online portal.
The online portal. Safe, convenient, simple.
CG Britgay. Good like that.
The 24th Annual Talent Exposition of the Arts, Joy, is here. Presented by the New Self-Help Foundation, Sunday, June 29th at the Hawkwill Theatre. Awesome performances by actress Caitlin Tyson, Erica Asai, Rico Rolando, Jade Dixon, Williams Quartet, Dequan Smith, UCCI Dance Company, Cayman Music School, Radiance Dance Studio, Centerpoint Dance Studio, John Gray Elite Strings, Lloyd Barker, Ola Jimmy LaPierre, and more. Tickets cost $15 CI prepaid and $20 at the gate, and available from the #1 shoe shop and Winner's Circle Sports. Talent Exposition of the Arts, Joy, hosted by Anika Connolly and Lloyd Barker. June 29th at the Hawkwill Theatre. Gates open at 5 p.m. Show starts at 6 p.m. Part proceeds from this event to benefit the Foundation Educational Development Training Program of the Arts. The 24th Annual Talent Exposition of the Arts, Joy, is here. Presented by the New Self-Help Foundation, Sunday, June 29th at the Hawkwill Theatre. Proudly sponsored by Rainbow Realty, Ministry of Youth, Sports and Heritage, NCB Group, Burger King, CUC, Mitsubishi, A.L. Thompson's, McRoss, Caymanian Times, and Radio Cayman. Tickets cost $15 CI prepaid and $20 at the gate, and available from the #1 shoe shop and Winner's Circle Sports. Talent Exposition of the Arts, hosted by Anika Connolly and Lloyd Barker. Part proceeds from this event to benefit the Foundation Educational Development Training Program of the Arts.
The Buzz with your host, Kathy Miller.
Good morning and welcome back to The Buzz. I am your guest host, Orrett Connor, and we're talking about drone soccer in the Cayman Islands. That conversation is taking place with Mr. Hilson Goldburn, who's the Vice President of Cayman Drone Soccer, and Mr. Dervan McKellop, a licensed commercial drone pilot and the visionary behind bringing this high-tech game to the shores of the Cayman Islands. We have been exploring how drone soccer work. We will be talking about the actually you heard Mr. McKellop talk about the impact that it could have on education. We're going to talk about the impact on tourism, the excitement of building ahead of the official launch, which is scheduled to take place next month. But I'm just here as the moderator. I'm going to let Mr. McKellop tell you all about it, some of the topics that we're going to touch on for the next 12 minutes or so.
All right, so so you covered it very well. So we'll be touching on the impact that the sport will have on tourism and local and the local calendar. We'll also look at the upcoming launch. So I want to touch on the upcoming launch because that's very, very important. I want folks to mark this date in their calendar. So our official launch is going to be on June 7th. And it will take place in Cayman Bay.
Okay.
The event is also sponsored by Dart Minds Inspired. So we'll not only have drone soccer on the 7th, but we'll also have folks from the Cayman Islands National Robotics Team there as well. And also, what we want to help folks to understand is to come out with your family. It's a free event. It will be at the at Gardenia Court. So make your way on down, book your calendar, and ensure that you're there for the 1 p.m. start. The event runs from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Okay.
And there you will have the opportunity to not only learn about the game, but also, get your hands wet on trying, or flying a drone soccer ball for the first time. And there are other activities that will be taking place on the day, but the main event will be, all about drone soccer. And so we welcome everyone to come out. And to find more information about drone soccer as well as the upcoming event, you can visit the Cayman Islands Drone Soccer Instagram page, as well as you can also find information on it on Dart Minds Inspire page as well. And there are various other social media spaces on LinkedIn as well as Facebook that folks will be able to find more information about it. And to segue into the aspects of tourism, how drone soccer will impact tourism on a wide scale. I'll just reference my experience in California just earlier in March. There was a drone soccer pre-World Cup. I'm saying pre-World Cup. And out of the 20 countries that are represented in drone soccer, we had 10 countries in California. We had students and people from all across the world, as far as Singapore, South Korea, Canada, Jamaica, Cayman Islands represented, Mexico. So when you think about drone soccer, when these events are held, you have folks coming in from member countries as well as from non-member countries to support and play the game. That's how impactful the game is, and it brings together not just drone enthusiasts, but also professionals. And so we foresee, given the right uptake in the Cayman Islands, as well as also the support from the community, we see drone soccer as an item on the national calendar, bringing in, a tourism impact to the island's shores. And that's just, some of the pathways that we're exploring. And I'm sure Ilzan wants to also touch on, a few things that we see, and we're, anticipating for the Cayman Islands as it relates to, us introducing the sport here.
Okay, Mr. Goldburn.
Okay. All right, so we have been to a few schools so far, and the reception is really good. A lot of people have been calling, wanting to know more about it. And people are also asking about, like, for instance, summer camps. We will be having summer camps and all of those stuff. But as Dervan has mentioned earlier, the age group, it's all the way from 4 up to 70 plus. I've met a few people in their 70s that are really interested. It's as soon as we get this started, they want to be a part of it.
Wow.
Great, so the interest is really there. And a lot of people have been gravitating towards it. I've had a few calls recently that people are asking where they can get the balls, where they can purchase the drone balls. We're trying to get everybody to come out to that launch. And then there they'll get more information on it and get involved in it as well. Yeah, but the interest is really there. A lot of people, and you'll be surprised to know, female, males, everybody is interested to see what it's like.
And how do you qualify to join any of the international organizations that are involved in drone soccer?
All right, so very good.
The governing bodies.
So for the governing bodies, you can have, just like FIFA, you can only have one national association. So you can have only one national Cayman Islands Football Association. It's the same way. You can only have one national association. However, you can have various clubs and also various branches and chapters of drone soccer. So to qualify, there is a vetting process that goes through to be a member of the international organization. And once they've completed that vetting process, then you are then issued what is called a certificate of membership. And that certificate of membership is maintained annually, and there are rights to the annual what we call membership. It gives us the rights to host national games, but not only national games. Let's talk about the upcoming Drone Soccer World Cup in September. Yeah, that would be held in South Korea.
Okay.
So that also gives us the opportunity to hold trials as well as select a national team to represent the island. And this national team. This national team we're talking about we're looking for students who want to be a part of the sport and have the ability and the aptitude, as well as we're also looking for those out there who are avid drone pilots already and just need to come and learn the sport, learn the skills, and let's fly our way to South Korea. We say it in another form. We say from STEM to stadium.
Okay.
Yes.
So getting yourself in shape, you would have the same way that you have scrimmages and you have training sessions. You would do the same thing for drone soccer as well?
Yes. So we have strategies, we have scrimmages, as you said, we have things like game, like one-on-one game, where, you know, it's you and the next person, you know, battling it out to score the goals or to defend your goal. And just the same way, you have to practice your skills, you have to build your strategy, and the game of drone soccer is multi scenarios and strategy. You have to learn to communicate with your team member, because now you're flying the same way you would shout to OC, pass the ball.
I'm open.
Yes. So, you know, those are some. So though the game is pretty much in itself, you know, compared to, you know, soccer on the field.
Soccer.
It's normal soccer. It's just that it's a robotic soccer, and it gives anybody the ability to play the sport and the game.
Okay. Now, maintenance of drones as well. Has an industry been created in the Cayman Islands? You spoke earlier about the event that's taken place at Cayman Bay, and people will know more about where they will be able to obtain the drone soccer balls from as well. How is the industry performing, the drone industry performing in the Cayman Islands, and how will they support this venture as well?
In the Cayman Islands have a very structured drone industry framework. I can say that without any doubt. And working with the Civil Aviation Authority since I've been here has been nothing but amazing. And so we have invited them also to be a part of this event launch, and so I'm sure they will be coming out, you know, to support us, because one of the things that we say from our perspective as a drone services provider, you need to have the support of the regulatory bodies to ensure not just that it's a sport that goes on, but it also follows all of the safety rules, because we say if it's not safe, we're not going to do it. So it must follow all of those safety guidelines. And then from the other aspect is that we want to also, you know, promote responsible drone use across the Cayman Islands. It's not just about, you know, us promoting a sport, but also ensuring that we're promoting ethical keyword drone use across the island, because the drone industry in the Cayman focuses heavily on the creative space, but you also have other industries, because for us as a company, as a drone services company, we do a lot of our work outside of the Cayman Islands in other islands, supporting energy infrastructure, and we also integrate AI as a big part of what we do as a company. So the industry is growing in the Cayman Islands, and with the support of the Civil Aviation and others in the space, we expect it to even grow further.
Okay, we're getting almost to the end. I want to give both of you an opportunity for some closing comments. We're going to start with Mr. Goldburn, and you will have the last word then, Mr. McKellop.
Okay. All right, so I will just say that come out on the 7th. It will be fun. We're all over social media.
7th of June.
The 7th of June, yeah. And we are all over social media. We have advertisements all over. And just take the family and come and have some good fun.
And my final words to the listening public is, you know, just come out, be curious, be open-minded, as well as also look forward to the opportunities that not only drone soccer brings, but drones in school and drones on a broad scale perspective. Think about the career opportunities. Think about the different perspective that it's going to be used. And so I welcome every, you know, folks to reach out and ask questions, as well as to, you know, join us on the 7th of June.
Okay, folks, that wraps up today's fascinating conversation with Dervan McKellop, a licensed commercial drone pilot and the visionary behind bringing this high-tech game to our shores. And also joining us was Mr. Hilson Goldburn, who is the vice president of Cayman Drone Soccer. It sounds as if drone soccer will sure make its waves in the Cayman Islands, offering a unique blend of technology, teamwork, and competition for all ages. If you're curious to see the sport in action, don't miss the public launch event on June 7th at Gardenia Court, Cayman Bay. Stay connected with the buzz for more exciting discussions. And until next time, keep exploring new possibilities. I'm Orrett Connor, and I welcome you to join Mr. Charles Glidden on Talk Today this afternoon at 12:15. Folks, have a great day.
The Buzz is proudly sponsored by Cayman Insurance Center, specializing in property, life, and other lines of insurance products and services. And Kirk Market. Experience a world of choice. And by Yum. Daily school lunch menus are available to browse on the Yum